I'm hoping this will stay on here. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just want to say I want to pre-apologize for all the previous videos that I've never done an intro for and I've never done an outro for. But we are in with a very highly requested video on how to attract your dream clients, how to be more magnetic online, how to message your content so you actually draw people in, they land in your DMs and they're ready to work with you. And these are high achieving clients, not the victim clients that need hand holding every 4 seconds. And then we're going to go through a little bit about pushing through the thoughts, the voices, the fear that's like, oh my God, don't do that. Oh my God, it's not working. Oh my God, no one's coming to you. Oh my God, da 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 da. No. I'm going to teach you how to build solid momentum in your business. I've had momentum. I've been in my business for a year and 4 months now, and I have momentum every single week. There's not a week that I'm like, oh my God, I'm nervous. I always kind of get clients if I want to get clients. Like, it's like turning on my tap. I'm like, if I want to go get a client, I'll go and get one. I've nailed this. So I'm going to take you through it today. So yeah, I'm hoping this mic isn't going to like ruffle up. So where should we start? I haven't planned this, of course. I don't really plan many things, to be honest. I just like, let's just do it. Something will come out of my mouth. So I want to start first by you picking one person and one person only who is your dream client, right? One person. Now, that one person does not have the same goal as every other person. I want you to think visually, and I wish I had such a sick video editor that could do this, but I will not edit this video. Like, if I make a mistake, it's going to stay in here. Like, I can't. So I want you to imagine, right, you have a timeline, yeah? And let's just say you're a fitness coach, for example. You have some people who are at the start of their journey. You have some people who've been in the gym for quite a while. You have some people who absolutely smash the gym. Now they've got a business and they can't balance the gym and the business. Whatever, right? There's a journey. Your one client, your literal one client, is somewhere along this journey. So you have to notice what is that one person's goals, because if you look at this journey, if you look at this timeline, that person's goal, let's say you pick someone here, that person's goal might be here, not here. Or let's say you pick someone, I don't know, here that you want to attract. Let's say your dream client is here, they've got a business, but you're talking about, I don't know, they don't know what they're doing in the gym. This person probably does know what they're doing in the gym. So the first things first is map out a timeline and notice where your specific ideal client is along their timeline. So for example, myself, I work with people both. So specifically, I more so work with people who have teams, and then Alice, my other mindset coach, works with other people who are going from like PT to online or job to online, da da da. Now, when I'm talking to these specific people online, they all, yes, have the same end goal. Potentially, maybe you want a team, maybe you want a podcast, whatever. So I can speak to the bigger dream, but the people with a team don't struggle with putting content out there. They don't struggle with saying what they want to say online necessarily, really, because they've got clients. They don't struggle with not knowing how to get a client. They struggle with things like control, things like letting go of control, micromanaging team, taking time off, enjoying the freedom that they created. So my specific person I'm talking to on socials is very different for that person versus someone who's, let's say, is a PT going to an online coach, right? Maybe they struggle with saying what they want to say online, right? Very different type of people. I am not talking to both of these types of people in one story, one post, da da da. So I hope you've kind of got that point. I'm just going to check this is still recording. Oh yeah, we're good to go, good to go. Okay, that's my first point. Pick one person, one, I don't know what the word is, one person, right? And choose where they are on the journey, right? Number two, the clients that you want to work with, the clients that show up for you, who are willing to work with you, who are literally like, let's fucking go. Like, they show up for you, they don't moan, da da da. They are waiting for you to say what you want to say online. And what I mean by that is that story that you're like, oh, no, I can't say that. Oh, no, who do I think I am talking about that? Oh, I'm not smart enough. Oh, I'm not knowledgeable enough. Right? Every time you listen to that fear part, that fear of judgment part, that imposter part, you are not attracting your ideal client, because you're posting your stories, you're taking action from this part of you. And I always talk about parts. So like, you as a whole, you you confidence. Sorry, I just make myself laugh. You coming from a place of self, confidence, calm, da 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 da. if you were operating from a place of self, you would say what you want to say online. You watch my stories, right? I do not hold back on what I say online at all. Like, at all. I speak with the uppermost conviction ever online, right? And that's why I draw people in. And that's why I draw very high achieving, hardworking clients in. And that's why we're so aligned. Now, if I held back slightly, or I was like, oh, don't say that, da 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 da, I am so I lower my level online. I then attract people who match that level, right? If you don't put out the knowledgeable content, maybe you're going to attract people, for example, who don't have much knowledge either. Maybe you want to work with them, that's completely fine. But if I put very knowledgeable content out, or I put very switched on, like I articulate myself well, da 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 da, I attract very like-minded people. It's the same for me. Like if I was going to get a coach, or if I was going to get someone, da da da, I don't want an airy fairy snowflakey, like, oh, don't worry, like, da da da. I want someone who's direct. I want someone who I can trust, someone who I'm like, yeah, do you know what? The way that they talk online, I know that they will get me to where I want. So again, the way that you speak online, the way that you present yourself, you put yourself across, very much reflects who you attract. And I hate to break it to you, but your current clients are a real reflection of how you present yourself online. So that is number 2, is every time that little voice comes in, just remind it that we are not 7 years old. We are not like when the teacher told us that we won't make it, or that answer was wrong, and we took on a belief, I'm not smart, I'm not clever. You have all the answers within you. You know the answers because you tell your clients the answers when they ask you a question. You know they're in there within you. Practice pushing through that discomfort of that voice, because on the other side of that discomfort of that voice is the ideal client who is waiting to work with you, is the more aligned client that's waiting to work with you. And the more aligned you are with those clients in your business, they give you energy, you show up with that energy, and bang, then you attract more. And it's like a vicious cycle. Right, number 3, my point would be for number 3 is, okay, this is a fucking brilliant point. Every time that fear part comes in, and it's like, oh, business isn't going well, oh, like I haven't got any clients, oh, like I'm nervous, what about if I don't get any clients? In that moment, in that exact moment, go and post a piece of content, go and put a story out there, go and write an email, take that email, translate that into stories, or go and get an old piece of content that did really well, make that into some written stories and go and post it. The minute that voice comes in, you need to take action, because action is the thing that builds momentum. So for me, I was saying it yesterday, I was like, oh, like, haven't sold any tickets yet today. Right, okay, come, cool. Are you going to sit there in that fear, Katie, and just not sell any tickets, or are you going to get on your stories and sell the tickets? So I put a story on. In fact, I wrote an email. I took the email, put that into stories as well, put a story on, bang, sold tickets. Then to create further momentum in that moment, so never ever sit in that fear pot, never sit in that overthinking voice and don't do anything. That is the moment you have to do something, because then you create evidence that fear part, that voice is not true. You have to create that evidence that every time that voice comes in, you're like, no, you take action. Right, so then you're going to take action, and then you build some momentum. Maybe you get someone message you, or maybe you get someone engaged in a poll, or da-da-da-da-da, right? Or maybe you got someone message you, or a client message you, right, bang, screenshot that, put it on the next story. Build more momentum, build more momentum. So for example, if I do a post about attracting clients, and then like a story, like a set of stories about attracting clients, and I speak to the ideal client, I speak with conviction, I speak with confidence. And if you go and watch my stories, they are extremely confident, because I am an extremely confident person. I put them on, and then let's say that I get some traction from that, or let's say I sell a ticket for my event, right, bang, screenshot that, put it on the next story, because then I'm showing everyone else. I feel like I'm letting you in all my secrets here. I feel like I'm showing everyone else that these stories are now working, they're bringing people in. That also compounds, that energy, that attraction energy compounds, brings more people in. When your client drops you a message like, oh my God, you've changed my life, oh my God, da-da-da, don't sit and wait for Friday's post to put that out. Go and put on your story in that energy. I cannot even begin to tell you how important the in the moment energy is. And that's why you see me move so fast. I'm so intuitive, yet a little bit strategic in my business, that if someone sends me a message, it's on my story within the next 10 seconds. That in that energy, because when you're in that energy and you've had that vibe of your client, you put that on your story, the language that you use coming from that energy is so different than you wait until Friday and then trying to post something that's from Thursday, like Tuesday, coming from the same place. It just doesn't work. Like, it just is not the same. So again, language is everything. So when you get that screenshot, you then post that in your story and you write something about it coming from that, like, oh my God, like, this is fucking sick language. Your language is so different. That then brings more people in. Like, it compounds. Like, every time you are in that energy, do something with that. Do something with that. And the same goes for the opposite when you're not in that energy, because we all aren't in that energy 100% of the time, or in that mindset, or whatever you want to call it. Do something about it. Like, still move. Like, still go and put a story on, and still go and reply to some people in your DMs, or just create some sort of momentum. Go and write an email. Go and check in with your clients. Create some connection. You probably feel very disconnected from your clients. Like, go and connect with some of your clients. How are you getting on? How's it today going? Update me. Where are we? I want to push you. Da 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 da. They send you some messages back. Injects that energy into you. Right, and then go and put some stories on. Like, everything circulates in your business. Like, if you're disconnected from your clients, why are you going to want to show up in your stories? Like, you're not. Like, you need to, like, make sure that all parts of your business are connected and you're connected to all of them. Like, if you feel that disconnect, go and do something about it. Now, where else do I want to go with this? Okay, number four, your high achieving clients, your dream clients who show up for you, know they know they need to invest, right? Never, ever, ever tell a high achieving client they need to invest. Okay, you'll never catch me on my stories like, you should be investing in yourself. My high achieving clients, my dream clients, know that they should invest in themselves. It's standard. They're always working on themselves. They're always listening to podcasts. They're always reading. They're always learning from other people. Da 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 da. So when you speak to people online, you want to speak up to these people, like, up to their desires. Like, their desire is not to lose weight. Like, no one just wants to lose weight. They think they want to lose weight, right? When they've lost that weight and they have that confidence, that, like, utter confidence, what can they do with that confidence, right? They then go and, I don't know, with that confidence, they can go and make decisions at a restaurant and feel calm, and then have fun with their friends, and then they can go back with their friends and have a whole evening with their friends, whatever that is. With that confidence, they can go and book that last minute holiday and walk on the beach, and everyone's looking at them because it looks so damn good. With that confidence, they can stand at the front of photos and actually embrace how they look. They're so confident, and then everyone's giving them positive attention. They're having great interactions with people, and they're, like, at a party feeling so great and having so many. But at the moment, they're not. They're stood in the corner like this, and they're so disconnected in the room, and they're this and they're this and da, 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 da. Your client does not want fat loss. Like, what comes with fat loss? What do they get to have with fat loss? That is the actual desire. So you want to speak up to people's desires, and then you agitate their I'm giving so much value away. I could go so much more depth for this. If you want more on this, come to my event and I'll blow your freaking minds. Like, I swear to God, the link's below. But then you want to agitate their one pain point. Like, let's just say that they want to go to the restaurant and have fun with their friends, and not think so hard. I don't know what that was. Not think so hard about what they're eating. Like, I remember, like, when I used to struggle with food, like, I'd literally sit in the restaurant and, like, people would be talking to me, and I'd literally be staring at the menu going, oh, you can't have that, oh, but you want this, you can't have that, but you want. Right, talk about that as a pain point. The pain point isn't you don't know what to eat on the menu when you're out. Talk about the literal pain point. The pain point is sitting there with the menu in front of you thinking, my friend's trying to talk to me here. I'm such a shit friend because I can't decide what I want to eat. I want to eat that, but I know if I eat that, then I'll go home and binge. And if I don't eat that, then I'll just regret not having a good time with my friends. And why can my friends have such a good time? And da 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 da. That's the pain point. Yeah? Because that makes someone feel terrible. Then they go home and then they sit on the sofa and then they binge and then they feel crap about themselves, and they see all their friends posting stories on Instagram having a great relationship with food, and they don't. That is the pain point. If you can go into that much detail, they'll be right in your DMs, right? I'm not going to go too much into that because I feel like I could do a whole separate video on that, but also, like, come to my event and I'll teach you all. Number 6, what else do I want to say with this? Oh, why it's safer to charge your worth and not put your prices down. I'm going to do a whole other video on money mindset, but charging your worth, right? This is how I think about it. Someone comes into call and they're like, oh, it's too expensive and whatever. Yeah, learn the sales skills, do all that. I'm not here to teach that. They say that, and then you think in your head, oh, I should lower my price. Even though the whole call they have been complaining to you about how they pass blame on to every situation, how it's all really hard for them. Like, they've tried this coach, I've tried this, I've tried that, it's never worked for them. That client will continue to pass blame onto everything for the rest of their journey. So the fact that they don't value themselves in that moment in order to buy from you is actually a red flag as a client, to be honest. Secondly, is when that client leaves a call and that's gone, you go into another call with someone else and they're like, oh my God, I want to work with you. This sounds amazing. Had you had lowered your price for that person, you would have regretted that in the next call. I always say this, like, your next close is a few days away. Is a few days away. And if you keep lowering your price, right, you lower your status, you lower your energy, you are feeding into the fear of the insecurity around your business. You then operate subconsciously from a place of fear. If you confidently say your price and you know your worth, because you know that them changing their life is worth more than £200 a month, for example, you sit there confidently in that energy of, you need me, I don't need you, because you're not here to change my life, I'm here to change your life. Let them go. Let them go. Come from a place of self, come from a place of calm, confidence. Show up to the next call with that calm and confidence. They're not right for you. Remember that. They are not right for you. You go into the next call, again, do what you need to do, and then they close. And then you think, thank God I didn't lower my price. There's so many people out there who are on your level who will buy into you. But this is what I mean. The more you raise your level, the more you embody what your ideal client wants. You're on your own shit. Like, you're disciplined at your own gym. You're disciplined with your own food. You're disciplined with your business. You're productive. You're this, you're that. You take time off confidently rather than giving yourself clients advice. The more confidence you have, the more confidence you subconsciously go into those calls with, because you back yourself so much. Like, I back myself so much in my business, and I have so much trust in myself. If I take a day off and I want clients next day, I will go and get those clients. I'm so fucking confident at it that I will then go onto the call with that confidence, because I work on myself, because I work on my own discipline, I work on my own self-trust, I take time off. Like, I work on that. That is so important, rather than focusing, giving all your power away to all these clients that don't buy into you and panicking and this and that and the other. Bring that power back. What am I doing to work on myself? What am I doing to embody what my dream client who's ready to work with me wants? When you focus on that and you bring that power back, you show up with that power on the call, watch your close rate up. I'm going to leave it here for now. I hope you find this interesting. Just drop me a comment if you have, DM me, whatever, and I will see you at my event, and I'll see you in the next video.